take a look at these numbers, and they're kind of interesting. So this is the 3 quarterbacks who've played the last 2 years. Joe Flacco, everybody remembers, 4-1, 60% completions, 1,616 yards, 13 TDs, did have the 8 picks. Didn't play great in the playoff game either. All right, Deshaun Watson, couple more passes, higher percentage, 500 less yards, only 5 touchdowns, 3 picks, 1-6 in 7 games last year. Jameis Winston, high risk, high reward here, 61% completion percentage, almost 300 passes, over 2,000 yards, 2,100 yards. Had the 13 touchdowns like Flacco, but had 12 picks, 2-5 record. So you see the production from Flacco. You see what kind of appeals to him. The bottom line is they got to go get some playmakers for whoever's going to play quarterback. That's why I like the idea of Hunter, because I think you put the ball in his hands and you're kind of threatening the defense.
That's why it makes sense for me if you go get a Flacco, because now if you get a Travis Hunter, now you have an opportunity to throw that in and mix that in with Jerry Jeudy, who had over 1,300 yards or 1,200 yards last year. Breakout season for Jerry Jeudy. And if you're Jerry Jeudy and David Njoku, you're jumping for joy right now. If you looked at what the Browns did last year in terms of the quarterback room, David Njoku thrived with Joe Flacco. He thrived with him being there. So now you get David Njoku. Hopefully he has a bounce back year. Jerry Jeudy should be excited for it. And if you get a guy like Travis Hunter, who's electric, that you're going to use on both sides of the football, I think this is brilliant, because think about it. We've been waiting for somebody to be opposite of Myles Garrett for a long time. We've also been trying to find somebody opposite of Denzel Ward. And a lot of people are mentioning this. If you can get a guy where you got Travis Hunter with his ball skills on opposite side of Denzel Ward, you can then bolster and play a little better, in terms of having more depth with Greg Newsome and Martin Emerson. That makes your defensive backfield wonderful. I would even try to look at moving one of these corners to safety to see if you can get something out of that. To me, you give me a guy with Jerry Jeudy and Travis Hunter, you got one of the better wide receiver cores that we've seen from the Browns in a while, especially given the fact that you think that Joe Flacco is going to push the ball downfield. And Travis Hunter, a guy that may need to adjust a little bit in terms of getting off the line of scrimmage, because he is about 180 pounds or so. He's lightning quick. He's able to his all, getting off the line of scrimmage package is beautiful. He kind of showed that in his pro day. But there are going to be guys up there that are going to willingly be physical with him and try to jam him at the line of scrimmage. And guess what? Now you got a play where you now have your quarterback turning his back to the defense. Play action is now back into the playbook. And on top of that, Cam Scatterboo, he's in town today. I want one of these running backs. You got to have another running back. If you can get me one of those guys and another tight end in the 3rd round, now we're cooking. You possibly bring Nick Chubb back, and now the Cleveland Browns offense looks like it got a pulse.